Have you ever been near her and felt it instantly, before a single word was exchanged? That subtle charge in the atmosphere. The pause that feels heavier than conversation. Maybe your eyes locked for a moment too long, or you noticed her fingers absent-mindedly playing with her sleeves or necklace, as if her body was speaking on her behalf. This is the unspoken language of attraction. Some of the strongest messages are never verbalized, they're sensed. And often, a woman's body reveals what her voice never does. The way she touches certain parts of herself around you can communicate seduction, interest, or desire long before she admits it out loud. These movements are not random habits. They are instinctive reactions, small psychological signals driven by emotion. From hair-twirling to how she handles her phone when you enter the room, her body may be communicating signals you will miss unless you are paying close attention. So if you've ever wondered, is she attracted to me? This is where things start to become clear. In this video, we are diving into 8 things she might touch when you're around, and what those actions actually mean on a psychological and emotional level. No gimmicks. No guesswork. Just grounded, research-based insight into the signals most people overlook. Let's get started. Sign number 1, her clothes or sleeves. There's something revealing about how she adjusts her clothing when you are around. This is not about fashion, it's about psychology. When a woman feels attracted to you, even subconsciously, she may begin smoothing her outfit, tugging at her sleeves, or fixing fabric that doesn't really need fixing. Your presence has simply made her more self-aware. It is a silent, unspoken thought, I want to look good right now. These behaviors often come from nervous excitement combined with attraction. Imagine this, you are chatting during a coffee break. She is relaxed, smiling, and fully engaged. Then she glances down and lightly pulls at the edge of her sweater. That small motion is not accidental, it's her body responding to you. Her mind may be wondering, do I look good? Is he noticing? She may not know why she's doing it, but the meaning is still there. When a woman touches her clothing like this around you, she's not adjusting fabric, she is adjusting her confidence in your presence. Sign number 2, her neck. This one is subtle but incredibly revealing. When a woman touches her neck around someone she's attracted to, it's rarely meaningless. In body language psychology, this is one of the most intimate and telling gestures. The neck is sensitive and vulnerable. When she brushes her fingers along it, tilts her head slightly, or lets her hand rest near her collarbone, it often signals openness rather than fear. It suggests she feels exposed, but safe. This is her body easing its defenses. Instead of turning away or closing herself off, she's unconsciously signaling trust and receptivity. The gesture blends nervousness with attraction and vulnerability with curiosity. On a physiological level, touching the neck is also associated with heightened stimulation, greater sensitivity, increased alertness, and emotional engagement. In other words, her body is responding to your presence. So if you notice her gently touching her neck while she's with you, pay attention. Is it tension, or is it her body quietly expressing what she hasn't said yet? That soft, lingering motion may be her way of saying, you drive me crazy. Sign number 3, her legs or thighs. This signal is easy to overlook, but it carries weight. When a woman crosses and uncrosses her legs or lightly runs her hand along her thigh while sitting near you, it often isn't random. When attraction is present, body awareness increases. Those small movements aren't about discomfort, they're about being seen. They can act as a quiet pull for attention, drawing your eyes without appearing deliberate. If this happens alongside eye contact, laughter, or her leaning closer to you, the message becomes even clearer. Her body isn't just reacting, it's synchronizing with you. These understated movements often signal comfort mixed with interest. A gentle invitation without words. The legs aren't just physical space, they're emotional territory. And when she allows that subtle focus, even briefly, it means you're already closer than you think. Sign number 4, her lips. There's a quiet intensity in how a woman uses her lips when she's around someone she is attracted to. She might lightly bite them, press them together, or unconsciously run a finger across them. To most people, it looks harmless, natural, even unintentional. But those small motions often carry deeper emotional weight. The lips are among the most expressive and sensual features of the body, and touching them in your presence is rarely random. It's often a subconscious signal, an understated form of flirtation that hints at emotional closeness and physical curiosity. These movements aren't usually deliberate. She's not strategizing or trying to send a message on purpose. Her body is simply responding to the chemistry she feels, and her lips become the outlet for that reaction. Imagine this: you're talking, perhaps joking around, and she slowly applies lip balm. Not hurried, not distracted, just calm, deliberate strokes across her lips. That moment isn't just about dryness or comfort. It's a subtle invitation, as if her body is asking whether you're noticing, whether you're tuned in. And if you are, you'll realize her lips are communicating far more than her words. Sign number 5, her collar or necklace. They say the smallest actions can speak the loudest, and this is one of them. When she starts toying with her necklace, rolling a pendant between her fingers, adjusting the chain along her collarbone, or lightly tugging at her shirt collar, it may seem insignificant at first. But in body language psychology, this gesture carries weight. The area around the neck and chest is deeply personal, and touching it in front of someone often signals heightened emotion. It can reflect nervous excitement, attraction, and a quiet wish to be noticed. Even if she's not aware of it, her movements subtly guide your attention to areas that are both delicate and intimate. There's also another layer. Fidgeting with jewelry is a classic self-soothing behavior. It means something inside her is stirred, and she's grounding herself while trying to remain composed. Imagine her laughing at something you said, fingers lightly pulling at her necklace as she looks down, smiles, and then meets your eyes again. That fleeting moment is attraction wrapped in restraint, her body inviting attention, but only from the person she cares to give it to. Sign number 6, her hair. No matter the style, hair is one of the most visually expressive features a woman has, and most women instinctively know how powerful it is. So when she begins adjusting it, twirling it, or flipping it to one side around you, it's rarely just about grooming. Playing with her hair gives her hands something to do when she's feeling a mix of nerves and excitement. It releases emotional energy while helping her appear calm. But beyond that, it draws your focus to her face, her eyes, her smile, and her neck. These are the areas attention naturally gravitates toward when attraction is building. This is how body language often works. It doesn't announce itself loudly. It communicates softly. And hair is one of its most elegant tools. Think about standing in a group conversation. She glances at you, then slowly tucks her hair behind her ear, again and again, even though it was never in the way. That repetition isn't practical. It's signaling. In psychology, this is known as a primping gesture, subtle grooming behavior that appears in the presence of someone she finds appealing. She may never say she likes you, but her movements are quietly practicing the message. Sign number 7, her ears or earrings. This signal often goes unnoticed, but it can be revealing. When a woman is attracted to someone, her hands may engage in movements that seem casual but carry emotional meaning, small habits that speak volumes. Touching her ears, lightly tugging at her earrings, twisting them between her fingers, or repeatedly tucking her hair behind her ear, especially when it's already out of the way, are examples of this. The ears and surrounding areas are sensitive and close to the face and neck. When she draws attention there while interacting with you, it's a layered signal. On the surface, it looks like idle fidgeting. Beneath that, it often reflects excitement and nervous energy. Psychologists call this self-adapter behavior, touching oneself to regulate emotional arousal. She's not doing it out of boredom. She's doing it because you're affecting her. Imagine complimenting her and watching her tuck her hair back, fingers brushing her earring, then repeating the motion without realizing it. That repetition is her body managing excitement while subtly inviting your attention. Pair that with a shy smile or lowered gaze, and it's clear, you're not just present in her mind, you're central to it. Sign number 8, her phone. Finally, there's one of the strongest modern signals, how she handles her phone. At first glance, constant touching, flipping, or picking it up might seem like a distraction. But often, it's the opposite. If she keeps holding her phone without actually using it, no scrolling, no texting, just tapping it, setting it down, picking it back up, that's emotional tension, not disinterest. Her nervous system is activated, and the phone becomes a coping tool, something to occupy her hands while she regulates what she's feeling. If she truly weren't interested, she'd be absorbed in the screen, disengaged. But pretending to use her phone without engaging with it suggests she's very aware of you. She might glance at the screen and smile, but the reaction isn't to the phone, it's to your presence. Sometimes, when attraction runs deep, a woman tries not to make it obvious. The phone becomes a prop, helping her appear casual while her body remains alert and responsive. Her fingers may fidget, her posture attentive, and her focus subtly anchored to you. So when her phone suddenly becomes the most handled, but least used, object around, it's not because she's bored. It's because she's feeling something powerful and trying to keep it contained.